Hi everyone, this is GPFA Global. I want us to quickly look into what business can I do in Nigeria with 200K. This is a question that a lot of people have been asking, and it got to show that a lot of people have money, but they don't know how to invest it. A lot of people are just looking in a different directions, but they are not really thinking inward. That in agricultural business, you can make millions within few months. I want to actually bring to your notice two businesses that I figure out, two products, agricultural products that I figured out to be highly lucrative. A lot of people do not understand it. These businesses has been standing successfully for more than a decade, more than 10 years now. This business has been successful. These are businesses that do not fail. Before I go on with this video, I want to urge you, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, or if you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscription button. Also click on the notification bell so that when we upload subsequent videos, you will get notified. The two products that I want to talk about, as you can see on this picture here, are this product, the palm oil and rice here. Other ones, I'm not going to be talking about it. We have other products on the picture, like this egusi and other. We have a livestock here as well. We have cassava. But what we are going to center our discussion on is palm oil and rice. The question you may ask is, how do I make profit from palm oil and rice? Palm oil, a lot of people look at it as it's only the foodstuff business women out there that are selling palm oil that can make money, little money from it. I can tell you, this product is a gold mine. This product is a gold mine. I want to analyze these two products, one after the other. And I want to start with palm oil. Let me give you a little story about this year. This is May, and I'm talking about this business, what happened between January to this particular month of May. Let me quickly calculate something for you. In January, somebody contacted me that that guy is working with me in the office. He contacted me and he explained to me that his mom had enough oil in the village that she wanted to sell in January. Enough. So when the guy discussed it with me, I looked at it casually. I didn't really put my mind to it. So I was just taking it casually. I didn't take action. So along the line, I was actually expecting some money to come in at the time that I began to have a rethink. But I didn't get that money at that particular time. So the guy decided to contact another person here in Lagos, and that person has to send a vehicle all the way from Lagos to the guy's village, and they went there and bought about 125 liters of palm oil from the village. Guess how much they bought it at that time? I'm talking about January 2021. At that time, they were selling 125 liters for 6,000 naira. And they bought it 6,000 naira. Let's say they transport it for 500 naira per keg. Let me do a little calculation for you to see how much these people have made from that 100 kegs. I want to quickly show you. It is a business that never failed. He has never failed before. Okay, let's say they bought it. The actual cost of 125 liters was 6,000 naira. Then 500 naira transportation. Then times it by 100 kegs. That's 650,000 naira for 100 kegs of 25 liters. At that time, January 2021, I'm talking about. Then how much are they selling one keg of 25 liters right now? Some people are selling it for 14,000 right now. Some people are selling it for 16,000. But I want to base it on 14,000 naira. Okay, now let's go back to 14,000 naira times 100. This is how much you can sell now. 1,400,000 naira within 5 months. Okay, let's say subtract the cost so that you can know the profit. Then now minus 650,000 naira. This is your profit margin. This is your profit margin within 5 months from January to May. Can you see how lucrative this business is? Somebody might be thinking that this business, how am I sure if I go into it, is it going to continue like this? I am telling you, this business has been like this for years. A lot of people don't know about it. It has been like this for years and people don't know about it. You can see your profit margin here. Let's say, okay, let's subtract some amount from it again. Subtract 50,000 naira in case of, let's say, sales cost. Another variable cost that you can incur in the process of selling it. Then you now minus 50,000. You still make a profit margin of 700,000 within 5 months. I am just talking about this period. If you allow this thing to be on ground in like October this year, they are going to be selling this thing for 25,000 naira. It happens every blessed year. Let's calculate 25,000 naira times 100. See, this is 2,500,000 for an investment of 650,000 naira. There is no business in this country that can beat this business. And oil is not something that gets spoiled like that, except you buy the one that's already been adulterated. But if you buy original oil like this village oil, pure and quality one, you can store it even for 3 years, nothing will happen to it. So you don't have any cause for alarm or any thinking that you're going to lose your money. So this is how lucrative this business is. So you may want to ask a question that, okay, where do I get this product? You may want to ask. Let me hint you where you can get this palm oil and stock. If you go to places like Delta State, if you go to places like River State, if you go to places like Benin, If you go to places like Cross River State, most especially the northern part of Cross River State, if you go there during, let's say, December, January, let's say from November, December, January, that is when they start harvesting palm oil. You will have enough of it to store for yourself. You can have enough of it. So that is just it for this palm oil business. Before I talk about rice, I want to assure you that this business, I've already studied it over and over again before I come up with this video. I am not just coming out to say it, something I do not know. This business has never failed. Palm oil business, it doesn't fail. So that's it for palm oil. So let us quickly talk about rice now. You may want to ask that rice is everywhere. How do I get rice? Is it not rice that everybody is selling in the street? And blah 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 blah. You want to talk about it. But there is a way you can invest in rice business. There is a way you can invest it. But in rice business, there are two ways that you can invest. Okay, the first one I want to talk about is when people are harvesting rice during November, December, January, you can do rice storage. You can buy from people, that local farmers that are bringing it directly from the farm. It is cheaper. For so doing, you can buy, at that time, you can buy a bag of rice. Like some villages, you can buy 50 kg of unmilled rice, the one that have not been milled yet. You can buy 50 kg like 18,000 at that time and store. So when it gets to this period, June, July, August, September, October, the price will start going up like 25,000, 30,000 naira, and you start selling them before the new ones will come out. That is the first step. That is the number one step of investing in rice. The second one that is more lucrative is this. During June, July, August periods, when farmers are planting rice, at that time they look for money, they look for investors. If you give a farmer 10,000 naira, it's just like in my village and other places that I know. If you give a farmer 10,000 naira, at the harvest time in November, December, a farmer can give you 50 kg of unmilled rice, the one that have not been milled. For 10,000 naira, they can give you 50 kg. Because you invested for a very long time before harvest. So when it's time for harvest, they will give you a bag of rice. That is the agreement. You give them 10,000 naira to do their farming during farming season. And when it is time for harvest, as they are going to the farm to harvest, you go there with your bag and they will fill it for you. You take it home. Imagine you invest like 200,000. They are going to give you like 20 bags of 50 kg rice, which you can later sell during June, July, August to September at the rate of 35,000 naira. That is the way you can invest in this produce. Even the same thing goes with egusi. Initially, I said I was not going to touch on egusi. The same thing that applies to these two produce applies to egusi as well. People store egusi like they store these two produce. You buy during harvest period and you store it. When the price appreciates, you sell them. Everybody knows that egusi is a hot cake in Nigeria. Everybody eat egusi soup. People eat it on daily basis. So it's something that you can also do storage. Where can I get rice? Where can I get rice? If you go to other part of the, if you are from northern part of the country, You know, a lot of people are farming rice in the north. You can do your rice business in the northern part of Nigeria. Then if you go to places like Abakaliki, you can also they farm a lot of rice there as well. If you don't go to Cross River North, they farm so much rice in northern part of Cross River State as well. So if you are from those areas, these are the kind of businesses that you can invest your money. They are even more lucrative than cassava business. You that is doing storage, you make more money than the farmer. Somebody who goes to the farm for the whole year, you will make times 10 of what the farmer himself is going to make. That is how lucrative this business is. And I say, let me quickly bring it. Let me quickly come and show my audience what they can invest their money in. What business can I do in Nigeria with 200K? You don't need to keep your money idle in any bank anymore. If you have your money, the best thing you can do with it, you can invest it into this farm produce. And at the end of the season, you make serious profit. Particularly myself, the mistake I made in January was that I didn't go to the bank to take loan. This is a kind of business that you can take loan to invest. If I had known, I would have gone to my bank to collect money and invest in this business myself. Because I am so sure about this business. If you have money that you are saving in the bank, the best way you can save money is to invest it more particularly in palm oil business. It has never failed for the past 10 years. This business has never failed. So this is what I have for you today. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for watching our videos. Like I said earlier, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, kindly click on the notification bell. Kindly click on the subscription button also, so that you can be our follower, so that when we upload subsequent videos, you can get notified. Thank you very much. We appreciate.